Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure. So this is the 2018 Toyota Corolla with 6,500 miles on it. The insurance guy came by and he looked it over and he started adding up the damage, particularly the airbags going off, side and curtain, right, both sides. Even the foot one came out, you know, to keep your knees safe. So, and his conclusion was that the car was totaled. So my son luckily has replacement on this thing, so in theory he could get one a year newer, which would be a 2019, so he could go get himself a new car. But just quickly, for if anybody's in this situation, just the airbags, considering that they deployed through the roof. There's a couple of roof ones also that deployed. Plus, the sensors that trigger all those airbags, they have to be replaced. So all of those were big money. Now, this rail being pushed over, he said wasn't that big a deal, but he said this being crushed, I call that the front of the wheel well being crushed. He says that is a big deal. To straighten this piece out, I think he said it needs to be cut out and replaced, and to do that you have to pull the engine, and he said when you pull the engine the numbers take on a completely new dimension. So this whole thing is moving pretty quickly. The incident occurred on Saturday. Today is Wednesday and they've already looked at the car. He's talking about picking it up Friday or Monday, and from there it should be just a matter of a few days before there's a check in the mail. So let's hope that check is halfway decent, and then we could all move forward on this. By the way, my view of this situation is when something like this happens, it could be a tragedy, right? And the guy who looked at the car said he sees those. When he goes to inspect them, he could tell that at the minimum somebody got very badly damaged. And he says a lot of times, depending on what he sees, he knows somebody didn't make it. So obviously that's tragic, catastrophic. You know, nobody ever wants to see that. Then you have this situation where the car actually did what it was supposed to do. It protected the person driving it from any injuries, no injuries. You know, person walked right, got right out of it and walked away. And in the case of this incident, I consider it kind of an inconvenience. If he gets a car that's a model year newer with you know, back to 0 miles, quite honestly, I'm not going to say he came out ahead, because I'm sure the insurance company will figure out a way to bump up his rates or something, but at least he came out okay. And quite honestly, whenever there's one of these situations, coming out okay is about as good as you get. So anyone who's out there, please be careful driving. I want to thank you all for watching. I want to thank everyone for the advice. You guys, some of you guys have a lot more experience by working on this stuff, or perhaps your insurance people, or perhaps unfortunately you've been through an incident like this and you know exactly what to do and what to think about. But anyway, I really do want to thank you all for your advice, your counsel, your good wishes. I want you all to keep your feet down, your heads up, and I want you all to drive safe. We don't need any more of this kind of stuff. Bye now.